Why can you only manifest things you don't want? Or how I manifested 2 SPs in 1 week. The short answer to that question is because you're unattached. Because attachment is resistance. So remember when I talked about how I learned to dissipate my headaches by realizing that they were the result of resistance. I would feel it coming on and I go, oh, no, I don't want a headache. And I try to relax. Like it was an action, like it was something I could do. I'd focus and then I relax so that the tension doesn't build into a headache. And lo and behold, the headache would manifest, right? Because it's resistance. Resistance will create the effect. But by leaning into the pain, allowing that outcome, you go through it. Non-attachment. So this is why when you don't care about the outcome, because we're talking about a negative effect there, which is, I think, easier to understand. But now we've got to talk about the positive, because it's not just about preventing the negative. We want to create the positive, manifest the positive, transmute the positive, whatever you want to call it. So let's talk about how resistance works in the positive. We've talked about need, right? Like desperation. It's attachment to an outcome. But what is really going on with the need? It's the focus on lack. Need is that empty feeling in your chest or your churning gut or whatever it is. It's here's a problem and this external result will fix it. Firstly, no, it won't. That's pretty clear. Happiness never comes outside of ourselves. It can't. Happiness can only come from within. I think we know this so deeply, but we ignore it. We know it so deeply that I can say that to anyone, whether they're spiritual or not, whether they're into personal development or not. I can say that and they will agree. I've never come across someone who's resisted that concept. We know it to be true. Happiness comes from within. You fill the cup and the cup will expand to accept more light. Okay, so need is really just lack. So we come back to the negative. We can lean into that need, right? Dissipate the reaction, the resistance. There's actually a quote. I hope I wrote it down. And I can't remember where I got it from. Be happy with what you have while you work on what you want. I don't know where I got it. I'll see if I can find it and post it in the comments or something. Be happy with what you have while you work on what you want. I think that's pretty good, because a lot of the time I'll get the question, so I've set my intent and I've visualized or whatever, I've impressed the subconscious mind, then what do I do? I'm waiting for it to happen. But just like I recorded this video just a couple minutes ago, I don't know what the order is going to be, the release order, but I was talking about how we need to learn to receive. Well, from the moment you're waiting, and maybe you keep reaffirming, doesn't mean that can't work, but you're not letting yourself receive. Because you're still attached to the outcome. So let's talk about what I did this week. So 2 specific people have come back into my life from, I didn't have any contact with them at all. One took 3-4 months, and the other took 2 weeks. And honestly, I didn't care about either outcome, right? Because I'm just out here playing. The world is a sandbox, it's a playground. And I've gotten to the point where I'm just like seeing what I can do. It's a lot of fun. Because it's like this. Imagine every day is Christmas and you're a kid. So you jump out of bed every morning to see what's under the tree. Now you've requested exactly everything that's under the tree, but you've requested it so long ago that you forgot about it. So it's always a surprise. But it's not just a surprise. It's a surprise with that little extra sprinkle of, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. So attachment. We have the wrong idea about a lot of positive emotions as well. Make no mistake about that. We've talked about excitement. You know how I feel about excitement. It's cool, it's fun, but like it's not all it's cracked up to be, because excitement leaves room for doubt. Excitement is just the positive end of anxiety. What that scale is uncertainty. On the negative end of uncertainty, there's anxiety. Oh no, what if something bad happens? On the positive end of uncertainty, there's excitement. What if something good happens? But we're still just talking about uncertainty. So we need to transmute that. So it's not uncertainty that we want, it is certainty. So, truthfully, guys, this stuff is so simple, but it's not easy, right? There's a difference. What if you said to yourself, oh, whatever, I don't care what happens, but wouldn't it be, no, let's put it differently. Let's go, I don't care what happens, I don't care how it happens. Let's put it like this. It's always fun to try and weave our way through the paradoxes with our limited language, but all right, let's do it in 2 parts. First, let's go, what if? Just ask yourself, what if? What if that happened? What if I let myself accept that? Because make no mistake, a lot of the time we will create resistance before we've even realized we've done it, before we even let ourselves want. Right? So we're like this isn't even possible. So whatever. Don't even let yourself dream, buddy. The ego's trying to protect us, right? But what if it was possible? Ooh, wouldn't that be fun? But then you don't attach, right? You don't attach to the outcome. I don't care if it happens or not. It would be cool if it did, but like, whatever. And then, what if you said, this is going to happen. Come hell or high water. No matter what. Eventually, this is going to happen. If you let yourself sink into that, to accept that, to know that, would you feel attached to it? No, because you know it's going to happen. So like, have you ever seen like interviews with entrepreneurs or I don't know, actors or you know, someone like that, someone in the public eye, or someone very successful on the higher end of success as we would perceive it? A lot of the time you will find this running theme of certainty. You know, whether they know about this stuff or not doesn't matter. Again, you don't have to know how the universe works in order to use it. Some people stumble across it. It's like fire, like someone accidentally made fire one day and now we have fire. But we didn't learn how to use it. We didn't need to learn how to use it before we could create it, right? So certainty, get back to what I was talking about. So you got this running theme of certainty. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be a successful musician or, whatever. Now, a lot of the time, you'll see these people working solely in the physical realm. So it takes time, because they're working the hard way. They're working through the dense matter in order to get to the light matter, instead of working the light matter to transmute the dense, which is quicker and easier, right? So they're working the long way. They're walking to school uphill both ways, and they'll get there eventually. For sure. But the important part is that certainty. So, what did I do to bring these two specific people back into my life? This is it was literally just, hey, that'd be cool. Just like, hey, bring them back into my life. Who did I say that to? I don't know. And it doesn't matter. I was just like, yeah, like whoever's listening. Higher self, source, just myself, Let's bring them back into my life. That'd be fun. And then I let it go. And God, one of them I hadn't thought about it in a week, and then just out of nowhere. Truly out of nowhere. And it was on the same day too. They were both on the same day. And there was like technically a third, but I don't know, man. Like, yeah, right. There was a third, but I was so unattached that I didn't even, it was just like a little surprise. So painfully unattached. See, just because you don't care about the outcome doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. We come back to what I talked about, what I said about rather, need. We glorify need, want. We say want and we think have to have, can't live without. Survival, resistance, and you build that wall. This is what I'm trying to get at here. Maybe this stuff isn't sexy because I'm not saying, hey, let me help you manifest 10x in your business or whatnot. What I'm far more interested in is, what if we all just kind of took the handcuffs off and said, dude, life is a playground. We can choose to not struggle, and we can just live a life of generosity, building each other up instead of competing with each other, instead of tearing each other down, and let's create the goddamn bliss we all really want. All you have to do is set your intent and commit to it. And commitment is not, it's not attachment. There's an analogy here. There's an analogy here that needs to be uncovered. You ever gone to the supermarket and just like without a list? Without like without being on a mission, I guess? And you've just gone like, oh yeah, I need one of those, and I need one of those, and I need one of those. You're not searching. You know what you need, you know what you want. But you're just cruising down the aisle, winking at the cute cashier. Hey baby, how you doing? Well, yeah, I need some rice. No stress. Just grab it. Canned peaches, yes please. Set your intent, but you don't have to make a list. You know what you want. How you get it is none of your business. The details aren't even necessarily important. I think some people benefit more from sending out the specific details. Some of us don't. We're more freewheeling, and both are fine. But you don't need to stress about this stuff. You don't need to stress at all. The more you stress, the longer it takes, harder it gets. Just let the stream take you to where you want to be. The stream knows. All right, guys. As always, take what resonates and discard the rest.